What's up, people? What's today, the 19th? It's one day before the inauguration of the most popular president ever in the history of this country. How psyched are you, honestly? Literally, like from 1 to 10. 1 being 10 being so psyched that you stained your freaking pants. I'm psyched. I'm going to make a couple of predictions. And you know what? Obviously, it don't mean anything. These are just opinions. And everybody got them. But in my opinion, the media will never hold this cabinet responsible for anything. They will lie. They will make up stories. They will change narratives. They will do whatever it takes to keep these two shining in the brightest of lights. Guarantee you that. And I also guarantee that the Republican Party will be finished after this election. To me, that's more wishful thinking. I want to see in my lifetime the complete gutting of the current Republican Party. These people forgot what they stand for. You know, we're the middle-class Americans. We're the Joe Schmoes. We're the people that work, own small businesses, try to make ends meet. Most of us don't have anything in a stock market or anything crazy like that. We might have a pension. We live okay. We make ends meet. We're basic Americans. And we come in all different colors. And this party is 100% against that particular part of the population. 100%. They're already labeling anyone that disagrees with them domestic terrorists. Mind you, not Trump supporters. That's what they want you to think in the beginning. But now, it's going to go past the Trump supporters. Way past. You'll see. You'll see. They start at the Trump supporters. Then they're going to try to make it unlawful for Trump to have rallies. Because they're so scared of this man that they are awake at night. Because the truth of the matter is, you don't silence somebody. You don't silence your opposition because they're lying. That would be stupid. Obviously, you want to expose their lies. No. They're silencing everyone that doesn't agree with them because they're scared that their narratives, their lies, their BS is falling apart. That's what's happening. And it don't matter about the election anymore. You can believe what you want to believe. I personally, I don't believe this election was legit. I'm not a stupid person. I saw with my own eyes things that I didn't understand. But instead of them explaining it away, they hid it from the truth. They started calling people names. And that's something a person that's trying to hide does. Not somebody that wants something out in the open. But we're all used to that already. But it's definitely going to get worse. I don't know if it's ever going to get better. I'm going to try to be optimistic. But based on a two-time loser who has not done anything in his life while he was a politician, you want me to believe that he will somehow be miraculously the best president we have? Nah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. With all Trump's faults, and he had a lot of them, he wasn't a perfect person. You know, anybody with a half a brain could see that. Very thin-skinned, argued with the media. He didn't have to. He was a big boss. But he was a totally transparent president. He was out in the open. But they still called him a liar. You notice they never mentioned what he lies about. You know, if Trump would wear an off-white shirt and he was off by a color, they would call that a lie. Not a misspeak, not a hyperbole. No, that's a lie. So anything Trump said that didn't exactly match to what they saw was automatically labeled a lie. They found fault with Trump with everything. But you know what? Whatever promises he tried to keep, or he promised, he kept. There's 3 or 4 pages that you could download from the White House website of everything that Trump did. By passing laws, by signatures, by whatever he could do, he did. But that wasn't good enough. And that's a big problem. So we're not going to look at bright days ahead. Definitely not. It's going to be some dark days ahead. They are already censoring people. They started with the president. Do you understand how stupid that is? They censored the president of the United States. What bothers me is, and there's these fake-ass politicians who are saying that it's a private company and they shouldn't do it and it's not so good, it's not a good look. Guys, kiss my ass. You censored the president of the United States. There are people in this country that are okay with it. That is a problem. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care what political party you're on. Why would you want to censor another American? It boggles the mind. These people are immoral. Under the guise of political correctness, under the guise of the Constitution, like they give a shit about the Constitution. Please. We haven't had a Constitution in this country, Jesus, I don't even know for how long. I have no idea. All I know is both sides lie equally, lie incessantly, and it just doesn't stop. And the only people that are harmed are the American people. They literally, the media and the politicians, brainwashed half the country to think one way and half the country to think another way. While we're fighting with each other, they're taking over and destroying any liberty we once had. It's gone. You cannot tell me I'm wrong. And if you can, let me hear it. Let me explain to me why I'm wrong. Explain to me why Biden is better for this country. Explain to me what he did in his past that makes you think he's good for our future. Explain to me the cabinet picks that he put in. Only based on color. Because I didn't hear shit about the merits. These are the people that preach about racism. Sure, we hate racism. Dude, the Democrats, racism is in their DNA. They can't get away from it. It's like they're born, they're racist. You know, a lot of people are saying that you're not born a racist. Nah. I call BS. Liberals and Democrats, they're born racist. First thing they see is color. They constantly live in the past. They constantly talk about how bad this country is, as if we haven't improved on anything. Literally, we stood the same. Or in fact, by the way they make it sound, we went backwards. I mean, it's ludicrous. It's ridiculous. But there are actually people out there that buy this shit and agree. Are you kidding me? Since when is being called a patriot a bad word? Well, that's easy. Since the media told people that patriot really means terrorist. Since when is being a populist or a nationalist, since when does that have anything to do with color? I mean, these people cannot think without being racist, not for a second. This is a disease. A very, very bad disease. They're playing make-believe with our lives. They started with this COVID BS. You can't talk about it. You can't say anything about it. You just gotta listen to what one person says, or one side says, and that's it. If you question it, you're a conspiracy theorist. What happened to Americans? Since when did it become so stupid? Since when did they don't question authority? Now, there's a big difference between what the liberals were when I was growing up to what the hell they are now. They're an abomination. This is not going to be a good 4 years. If Biden makes it that long. I mean, he's up there in age. I hope him all the best. I really do. I can't stand the man. I think he's anti-American. I really do. And I think he's in bed with China, and he made millions, and his family made millions off of China. But I guess Republicans did the same. So I'm not blaming him in particular because he's a Democrat. He's a dirty politician. But you see, Trump was greasing their palms for years already. So he knew how this system played. And he played it for many, many years to get to where he is. And they didn't like that. So the whole swamp went on the offensive and tried to shut him down. And they did. They absolutely did. It's unfortunate, but if he leaves office like this, without a word, without anything, and tomorrow is the inauguration, then I will lose a good amount of respect for him. Because all this hooting and hollering that he did and all this back talking and all this macho bravado and I'm Trump and yada, 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 and you leave your office like this, conceding? I know I'm all over the place, but it's a little bit of frustration and just wondering what the hell happened to this country. It was never like this. We had problems. We absolutely did. We had, riots. We had fires. We had, civil rights movement. And we had the KKK. We went through a lot in this country. But this is different. This is different because this time, these people that are in charge are not the same people that were in charge years ago. These are socialists. These are Marxists. This is their philosophy. And you could say, I'm an idiot, I'm listening to talking points. I don't listen to Fox. I can't stand Fox. They also BS. But at least I know with majority of people on the right, not to get off subject, which I was never on any subject, but people on the right could distinguish between a political lean. The left can't. Yeah, I know that Fox and Newsmax and OAN, I know they lean to the right. I mean, any logical person could tell based on what they're saying and what stories and how the narrative is forming. I know what side of the aisle they're on. But the left, you could spew 24 hours a day anti-Trump BS without a fact check a mile away. Nothing. Just make up stories out of the air. And they'll still think it's independent journalists who are doing their job. That's how brainwashed these people are. That's another problem. There is no more unity. There cannot be any unity anymore, unfortunately, in this country. Because the media is constantly pushing a fake narrative that this country is surrounded by white supremacists. And black people, for some reason, well, I shouldn't say, majority of them, I don't know the exact number, but a lot of them are waking up. And God bless Brandon Tatum. God bless him. Out of everybody that I used to listen to on my side of the aisle, he is actually the only one that I listen to religiously. I can't listen to anybody else. Everything he says, word for word, about what happened, about what I saw, what he saw, it all lines up. It's the same. There's no deviation. But people like Tim Pool, who said that Trump should grow a spine because he's not pardoning Assange. Listen, I want him to pardon Assange too. Because I think it's the right thing to do. If you're truly protecting freedom of speech by pardoning him, yeah, absolutely. I don't think he did anything wrong. He's a whistleblower. Make up your mind. Are you for whistleblowers or are you against whistleblowers? But Tim Pool is telling President Trump to grow a spine. I haven't seen Tim Pool be on one side or another ever. And Tucker Carlson, I have my doubts with him also. You don't have to constantly apologize over and over and over again to the left. Because by apologizing to the left, you're basically telling them whatever they're saying is true. That's why we're apologizing. I don't know. It's just not a good situation, guys. It's not a good situation. Let's see if this country could survive 4 years of this guy. I pray we do. I really do. This is still the best country in the world. Obviously, because there's a million migrants waiting to come in. I still don't understand how they square that this is the most racist, white supremacist country in history, apparently. But yet, everybody still wants to come to this country. Can two things be right at the same time? Can this country be a white supremacist, super racist country and migrants from around the world, especially South America, want to come here to live? No, it can't be. But anyway, I pray for this country. I pray for all fellow Americans. I don't care what your political ideology is. I couldn't care less. I don't care about any of that nonsense. I pray for you guys, and I pray you guys get your bones, your backbone in order, and don't let the government take you for a ride. Question people, question authority. Nobody needs to be violent. But people need to speak. Everyone needs to speak. Everyone needs to be heard. From all political affiliations, everyone needs to have the same amount of voice. That's how this country progresses. That's how this country stabilizes. That's how this country becomes stronger. Not by inviting a million migrants to destroy the African American community even more. But they don't care. They just love to cry. Politicians just like to make up stories. And there are certain people that believe everything that they hear. And that's on both sides. You got idiots from QAnon that still think tomorrow is going to be some miraculous, day of reckoning, and Trump is going to pull it out of the hat, and something's going to happen, and Linwood and Kraken and everything else is going to happen. So there's a lot of brainwashing to go around. And again, you can blame that on the media. Anyway, this was just a rant. That's all it was. Stay safe. All you people are great. You're all in my prayers. God bless us all. We're going to need it. Later.